the Empath Sisters. Join these two healing sisters, Bev Lazar and Shelly Greenlaw, walking the path of spirituality and are here to share their experiences and guidance within the realms of energy, intuition, spirit, and beyond.
Welcome back to Empath Sisters. I am Shelly, your host, and joining me, of course, is my beautiful sister, Bev.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back.
Yes, welcome back. I know we've had a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots have happened in that
Story of
break.
our lives. I feel like we say this so much.
Every time.
I know, I do. I'm sorry, everybody. We do have busy lives outside of podcasting, which is also why we love podcasting. It gives Shelly and I an opportunity to come back together and chat with each other and catch up and make that connection. So, which is great. But sometimes life just happens and gets in the way, and then there'll be a bit of a pause. And that's fine. It's just how life goes. We just ebb and flow with it. And so, yeah, there has been a bit of a break. Life's been busy.
Yeah, it has been. Yeah. I will mention that I am back in the West.
Yes,
I am
you are.
back in Alberta.
Yay.
Not quite ready to do work yet. But,
Jump right back in, but she's just landed. We'll just say that. You've just landed in Alberta.
I really just landed. So
that's it.
Yeah,
we haven't even grabbed our luggage yet. She's just landed.
No,
that's about it.
Yeah, my luggage is still not unpacked. So yes,
No.
we literally just got here.
She just got there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we thought we would just do one because we haven't done it for a little bit. And I have been on the road, obviously. And so
I've been busy too.
Bev has
sold
been
my
very busy
home
too.
and moved into another home and then moved out of that one. And then we're renovating it. And now I'm in a condo and my son's graduating right away in 2 weeks. And then my boys are moving into a townhome. And then we'll eventually move back into our house. So life's a little chaotic at the moment, but it's so good. Yeah, we've got lots, Shelly and I have got lots of good things going on. Life is good, no complaints. Just busy. That's normal.
Just been busy. I know. And I remember saying that I don't actually like that word just because we make it busy, right? And I know we can make time because there's always time for something, but it just feels busy right now, right?
Yeah.
So.
And sometimes there's these moments in life where there's just other priorities that come into play and there isn't that space for like really fully slowing down, but you can get pockets of slowing down within the busyness and then eventually you'll get back to that. And that's that ebb and flow. But
that's right.
Yeah. So we today have decided to talk about clearing your space. I know Shelly and I have in previous episodes talked about, clearing your energy, maintaining, taking care of yourself, self-care, all the things. Those are things that are important to us as well. However, it's been a really big thing for me, especially I know Shelly's kind of been on the road, hasn't really been like in the work scene so much like I have. And so space clearings have been like skyrocketing. And man, I've had all kinds of experiences. Some, I want to say, not so great in the sense of like, oh, that's interesting. And interesting and not energetic, just interesting. And who's booking space clearings? And maybe the intention behind it. That's all I'm going to say. Then there's been other space clearings where it's like, oh, it's that darker energy kind of clearing. Okay. And then there's just life shifts and alterations and changes. And it's like, oh, wow, you can really just see the transition where they're kind of stuck in the old, moving into the new and just kind of needing that like push, Yeah. And so, my gosh, it's been a thing. And so Shelly's been feeling that. We kind of were discussing, I was like, man, I've had a lot. And I was just telling Shelly during the week of the blue moon, super blue moon, I believe it was just a couple weeks ago. I had 6 space clearings in that week, which is the most I've ever done in a week. Maybe even in a month, I would say. But it didn't for me, that week, it didn't clue in that it was the blue moon, and I think until it was the last clearing, and then it was like, oh my gosh. And then just reflecting on all the people that I cleared for, businesses to homes.
Right.
And it was just like, oh, that makes so much sense.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's very important.
it is. And that's why I said to Bev, like, this is why I wanted to talk about it, was because
Yeah.
even though, yes, like I'm not really in the space either, like doing work, but
Yeah.
I just have been feeling the pull of like,
Yeah.
we need to talk about this, and that
Hmm.
we need to give people awareness for some, I just feel like it's for some reason, and it is like everything's for a reason, right?
Of
So,
course.
and that's why we're going to be talking about it today. But I just wanted to mention was that, like, even for myself,
Hmm.
traveling, right,
Oh, for
across
sure.
Canada, right? And being in different spaces, and being in different hotels and Airbnbs, and
Lordy.
it's just been, yeah, like, like,
How about the one in the Dominican? I mean,
right,
that story of just like the space you were in. It's
right,
so important. I mean, even traveling, it's important to kind of like clear your
yes,
space and your surrounding because you
yeah,
don't know what energies have been in there prior, what
that's right.
conversations have been held in there, what emotions have
Hmm.
been expressed in those spaces.
That's right.
Has there been arguments? You know,
Yep,
what items have been brought into that space? Where did they come from?
yep,
Um, there's many reasons why spaces have a feel
yep,
and what they can hold, and so it's I can only imagine moving from place to place to place to place. That I feel like for myself, I mean, naturally as a Capricorn, I love my stability and my structure. I love my home. Um, I do love travel, but I love coming home. And so I know even for me traveling to prepare myself to be in other spaces, it takes work. It's almost like you're on more alert, I
yeah.
find. So for me, I just find it more exhausting.
Hmm.
So for me to even think about, oh my gosh, like you've done all of these moves in your travels would feel very like exhausting to me,
Yeah.
to like resettle, walk into another room,
Hmm.
it just, and then to be around other people's energies as
Yeah.
well that you're
Yeah.
not used to being around,
That's right.
So there's
Yeah.
so many factors, and I'm like, oh man, how'd you survive?
Well, that's what I wanted to talk about, was because they're like I said, we've been
Yeah,
traveling and we've
yeah,
been going from hotel to hotel, and we did, some travel through the States coming back,
mm-hmm,
and then we came into Canada, right? So,
yeah,
um, I will mention that there definitely was a couple spaces that we, had ended up being in, that I
yeah,
know I had to be like, because like, I should know better to bring stuff with me, but I don't. So, but that doesn't mean you have to have stuff. Like, I
no,
want,
it's
then this is
true.
why I wanted to talk about this, is because,
Hmm.
people are going to be like, well, I don't have sage with me everywhere I go, or Palo
Yeah,
Santo, and,
got your little clearing kit every time.
right?
Like your
Exactly.
makeup bag. I
Yeah,
pack enough stuff. Sometimes I can't
right.
bring all those additional things,
Right, exactly. And
knowing
this is
me.
why I wanted to talk about this, is because I didn't have those things with me, right? I
No.
had them all packed, like, away. We shipped them across Canada to come bring them back to the West.
Yeah.
So I didn't have that stuff with me. So what I
Hmm.
wanted to bring up was, there was a couple places that I know as soon as I walked in.
Yeah.
So, as an energy person, and the ones that are listening to us today, like, you're going to understand when I say, what it's like when you hit into a room. You just can feel it in the
Of
energy, in the
course.
air, and all that. So, I knew as soon as I walked into this one hotel room that,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I need to do something, because I'm not going to be able to sleep. Don't
Hmm.
get me wrong, I barely sleep in hotels anyway.
Yeah, me too. Even if I
Um,
clear them, even if I
yeah,
bring
that's
the
what I mean.
tools,
Yes,
it's like just your room, but you're connected to so many other things,
that's right.
all the other
Exactly.
rooms.
Yes. But this is like in the room, right? So I was
Yeah.
like, okay. So what happened was, as soon as I got into this room, I could tell, like, right away, I was like, oh my gosh, the energy in here is really heavy. Like it was just like this
Thick.
boom. Like it
Ugh.
just felt like it like literally hits me,
Yeah.
in the chest and in
Mm-hmm.
the gut. Like it just, I felt so heavy. And
Yuck.
I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna like.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sleep. What am I gonna
No.
do? So I'm thinking in my head, like, okay, I'm gonna call to my team, right? So I call to my
Yeah.
team and I'm just kind of like, okay, what can I do? Right. Not that I
Mm-hmm.
already don't know what to do. I just thought I'm gonna pull in some resources because that's usually what I do if I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
be like not like sometimes like you guys all know me. I'm so
I'm just
airy.
laughing. I'm like, yeah, I know what Shelly means.
I'm so airy. So I literally have to call in my
Like
team
so.
to be like, yo, I need your help because, I can't do this on my own, really. And not that I can't, I can. It's just I choose not to. I prefer to bring my team in. So anyway, I call my team in and I'm like, okay, what are we going to do? And, of course, this is going to sound maybe some people that have never met us or know
Yeah.
us, and it might sound a little woo woo to you, but
Maybe, maybe
they
not.
are talking to me through my mind and in my senses, and they're literally just saying, well, you know what, you can clear it yourself by using Reiki. You can use
Mm-hmm.
Reiki symbols and you can, make it so that it's clear. We will help you. We will make sure that, this space is
Yeah.
protected and all the things. And so, yeah, I was like, yeah, right. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
then, I bring myself to the point where I was like, okay, I'm going to prepare myself for Reiki like I always do, even when I would be with a client,
Yeah.
and got it ready. And I started visualizing. And in some areas, I was using my hands out, like, out in front of me, like doing,
Yeah.
wiping and clearing and using the symbols in each corner and what
Moving
have
some
you.
energy.
Yeah. And I'm gonna like it is amazing how quick like I could tell by just doing that portion
Yeah.
that I
Mm-hmm.
could actually feel the heaviness just start going
Just lifting.
like, yeah, lifting right
Nice.
out of the room. And it even felt, yeah, like it was so light after I was done. And I was like, okay, I think I can sleep,
Yeah.
So we get ready for bed and we're laying down. And again, and I do talk to my team pretty much every night before I go to bed and say, my gratefulness and blah, blah. And like, thank you so much for making us travel safely, blah, blah, those
Mm-hmm.
things. And then I just said, please, if you could make sure that I could not be bothered and, like let
Yeah.
me have a good night's sleep. And I
Yeah.
did. I had a pretty good sleep considering of all the
Yeah.
other factors in your life, because I am now of age where I'm starting to get perimenopause. So that is another issue. So I'm not sleeping all that often. But anyway, it did help a lot. So I just wanted to bring that up is because I wanted you guys to know that just because you don't have the tools of like what I mentioned, whether you have sage or not,
Oh,
or
yeah.
like you can go and get those things and that's fine. And you can travel
Absolutely.
with them and that
Sure
is
can.
fine. It's just some places may not allow you to do that. There's
Yeah.
sprays, you can do sprays, but at the same time, you can actually just do it yourself. You
For sure.
can clear that room yourself in
Yeah.
calling in whatever you want to call in
Yeah.
and your team to help you. And if you have Reiki background, you can use that too. It
Absolutely.
helps.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to just stress that because, and I'm sure Bev will explain in a little bit more other ways because she has had so many clearings in the last little bit here,
Yeah.
because it just feels like the energy right now just feels different. It doesn't,
No, it's
like
different. I mean,
it's,
we could go back to the conspiracy
I
theories,
know. Yes, I know.
but we won't.
No.
But yes, the collective is definitely feeling some energy, and maybe
Yeah.
you're not really sure what you're feeling, or it can understand maybe what's going on, because sometimes we don't have that awareness that it's like,
Mm-hmm.
what's wrong with me? Sometimes it's the moon energy. And depending on what moon it is, does it hit your chart? Do you have it in your chart depending on the moon? I mean, that's a factor. Sometimes it's just the collective energy. Sometimes we're so sensitive that we really feel the things that are going on in the world, and our world is changing and people are changing, and we are definitely feeling that. It's everywhere. I mean, we're feeling people in the economy, yeti yeti yeti. Okay,
That's
so
right.
we've got lots going on, and a lot of people shifting and moving through both of those kind of what I call, like, if we go back to the Chinese zodiacs in the years, it's like we're moving through one into the other. There's lots of shifting that's happening. There's lots of clearing. People are divorcing. People are getting together.
Yes.
People are like, it's just, it feels like mayhem a little bit.
Yeah.
Like it feels like it's just getting more chaotic. When I thought COVID was chaotic, this is like, wow, this is something so different. And I feel like everybody feels like there's something coming. I just feel like everybody feels that, like, we're being prepared for something. And I just mean not in a scary way. I'm not trying to scare anybody by any means. I just mean in, like, it feels like we're going through some really big changes. And like we're starting to feel that, like, shifting into like that new kind of way of being, and like the new year, so to speak, for ourselves, and the new foundations we're building. And so we don't really know what that's going to look like because it's the beginning. So it's just like, okay, well, we're just preparing and getting ready. My body's doing all these things. I'm feeling all these things. There's stuff that keeps showing up, but yet we're moving forward. So there's a lot of that going on. And because we're all feeling it and going through lots of those things, a lot of that energy is in the spaces as well, because we are energetic beings. So we're feeling that stuff. And Shelly's right. You can use Reiki if you have a Reiki background, and like clearing the space and using the symbols. Absolutely. Using, a shokure in the four corners to dispel any stuck energy in the room. And you will feel it lifting, which is amazing. Of course, as a Reiki practitioner, you can always send distant healing to yourself to when you arrive. There's so much you can do with that too.
Yeah.
But, even when I was traveling last year to Georgia, and I stayed in some pretty sketch places too.
Yeah.
And the one that was so, so scary, I didn't have anything with me either.
Right.
And it was just my intention and my team. And I was just like, yo, I was just like, all right, I need my team now, like all of you. So for me, my team is my guides, my loved ones, my ancestors, my angels. Like I'm going to call everybody, and that's what I consider like my team. Of like, resources that, whether they do or don't is up to them. Of course, as we know, they have free will. So, but I do ask, I invite them to be with me and to assist me in clearing the space. I'm not demanding anyone to do it, that, oh, you need to do this for me, but I'm like, hey, this room feels like, whoa, do you think you could help me? I would love your assistance in like clearing, all this energy, or asking, them to protect me or watch over me. I remember a long time ago talking on our podcast, staying at Shelly's house in Sherwood Park. In her house, she had like a portal, and she has lots of activity in that house. And Shelly's like, I like it. And I'm like, I can't sleep at your place because I would be bothered all the time.
Yeah.
And I even at Shelly's place, I didn't bring my tools or use Shelly's tools. I would just be laying in bed and be like, okay, you guys, could you assist and help me to make this room feel like a padded room?
Right.
I just needed to be so quiet and so protected so I can just get some sleep. And I just wanted it all surrounded in white light. And literally the room just becomes so quiet, and I would have the best sleep. It would be like, I couldn't hear anything. Nobody upstairs. I would hear like her son's alarm could be going. Like I didn't hear anything, and it was amazing. So, I mean, it's just even intention. And I have used my intention and asked for assistance. And even if you don't believe in anything and you're not asking for any assistance, you can use your intention to clear the room, of just like using your own energy, moving your hands, visualizing. I mean, there's many things. Energy is everything. So there's so many ways to clear the space, but I obviously, you can use sage and sprays and all of the things. And depending on the space that you're in, if you have those tools, sure, use them. But I just felt like having the conversation of maybe reminding everybody that energy is everywhere.
That's right.
And every emotion that we have, conversation, places we go, we pick up the energy. If you're not one to be very consistent in clearing your own energy,
Mm-hmm.
or you have been to many places, maybe you've been traveling, you've been in airports. Oh
Yeah.
Lord, that's like a cesspool of energy. I can literally feel it as soon as someone comes in. It's like, oh, they've been traveling,
Yeah.
because it just literally feels like they brought the entire airport with them.
Yeah.
Sometimes my nurses that come to see me, it's like, wow, you're just dragging the entire hospital behind you. Like, wow, like you
Mm-hmm.
were just so plugged in.
Yeah.
And so, yes, there's lots of energy in lots of places. Maybe you've had lots of company coming to
Yeah.
your house in and out.
Yeah.
Maybe your friends come over lots. Maybe your kids bring friends over. Oh
Exactly.
man, they're little carriers for
Mm-hmm.
sure. Not even just germs. They also carry energy of all
And
kinds.
yeah, and not only children, pets.
Yeah.
Like if they
Oh,
go outside, they
for
bring
sure.
stuff in too. So,
Mm-hmm.
like you really just like, I mean,
Pets are great.
obviously, not everybody's going to be aware, right?
No,
And this is
for
why
sure.
we talk about it, is because we want to
Yeah,
give you that awareness and that
for
that
sure.
letting you, just a reminder, like Bev said, to
Reminded. Just
remember that it's not just you as a being
mhm.
for energy, it's even your space. It's everywhere. Everything is energy.
All around
So,
you. So
yeah,
even if it's not in your space,
yeah.
maybe it's collective energy.
Mm-hmm.
But every day you go out into the collective, you come home. You go out, you come
Yeah,
home.
that's
So
right.
again, even if you are someone that clears yourself every single day and you're diligent on that, great.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have other people that come into the space. Are they clearing themselves every day? Probably
Probably
not.
not. Yeah.
I mean, I would find that quite amazing to meet one person that had an entire family that cleared themselves every
Every
single day in
day.
and out. That would be amazing. I'd be like, I want to
Would-
know what your house is like. What do you feel like?
Yeah,
What is life like for you? But I don't know anybody that does that.
me
I can
neither.
do that for myself, but my family sure as heck doesn't do that.
No.
It'll be like, why? I get a text from my son, Mom, I think there's something around me. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
feeling right. I'm like, okay. Yes. So,
Yeah.
learning opportunity,
Or
right?
I get or I get from my daughter sometimes. Do
Mhm.
you want to tell your people to go away? And I'm like, they
Yeah,
ain't my people, they're your people.
that's right. It's like I didn't leave my people at your house. It's like all of the energies that are out there aren't all my people.
Every
But
time she'd be
I
like, can you tell your people? I'm like, they're not mine.
not mine. You tell your people go away. But it's true,
Yeah,
right?
it
So
is
it's
so
just
true.
like so if we think about clearing ourselves because of the people that we're around, the places that we're going, blah blah blah, the
Hmm.
stuff that our bodies are physically moving through, that's in our field. That
Yeah.
also needs to be cleared and moved. But
Yep.
your space as well is so important.
Yeah, because you're
Um,
bringing it to your space. So like
that's
even
just
if you don't
yeah.
realize that you are bringing it to your space.
Oh, for
So,
sure.
and like I said, you're not aware of it, and you're probably going, well, what the heck? Like, why and is it this happening? Why is this
Mm-hmm.
happening in my house? Like, why does it
Yeah,
feel so dark in this room, but not this room? Well, because
totally.
a lot of times you're bringing that home and you
Or
don't even
someone
know it,
did.
or
Maybe it was
someone
there to
else did.
begin with.
Exactly.
Who knows?
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
And so if you're having those questions of I'm not feeling like myself lately.
Hmm.
I started having nightmares,
Yeah.
or I'm not having good sleep.
Hmm.
Um, I feel like I'm being watched. I just don't feel settled. I
Yeah.
feel anxious. I feel like I gotta go all the time.
Or
I,
angry or
yeah, like
anything.
just all of these things where your intuition's going to tell you because you're going to literally hear it in your head going,
Yeah.
man, I just don't feel like myself. Or you snapped at someone on a conversation and then
Hmm.
later you're like, oh man, why'd I say that?
Sorry.
I don't
Yeah.
act like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Right away, it's like, hello, ding ding.
Hmm.
Yes, you are not acting like yourself. So it's
Yeah.
either you or your space. So your space also needs clearing, it's maintenance. It's just like I call it spring cleaning.
That's right.
It's no different than if we went through the entire house. It collects dust all year round and say people
Hmm.
then spring clean and actually do that and you're cleaning your
Yeah.
baseboards and wiping your fans and doing all of the things.
Donating,
That
getting rid of
yeah,
stuff. Like,
it feels so good when you do that. You're
mhm.
just like, ah, you literally feel like you can breathe. You're just like,
Yeah.
it feels so fresh and clean and it feels great. No different than when you have a shower.
Yep.
You feel gross. Even if you came home from work, you're like, I'm going to go have a shower. You have a shower and you feel clean. And I'm doing the quotations because then again, you've cleared the energy because again, we're using elements to clear. So, it's so your space is just as important as your own energetic field. That's your home is your energetic space that you're living in and residing in. And so, oh man, and hey, some people who are really open, the places that they go to in the nighttime that they're traveling to, they're connecting with all types of different types of energies as well that come back into the space with them. They're like little piggybackers, which is no different than going out to say winners and walking around and then coming home and you bring home a straggler. And
exactly.
So,
I was just gonna say, because like we've been traveling and we're, like I said, we're in the West now. And so we've been, catching up on appointments and different places and things like that. And I will say, Dwayne, my husband, we went to a space and and it just made me like go, oh yeah, I forgot about that day because we left there and he goes, I need to hurry up and go home and have a shower. That I can just feel the energy and like, and it's just funny it's funny because like, if you know my husband, he can be like flip-floppy.
So right? Funny.
Yeah. He's so funny. He'll one day be like, no, I don't believe in any of this stuff. And then the next day he's like, oh my gosh, yeah, like that was bad.
I had this experience. I felt this. And he's a medium himself, everybody, in case you didn't know. He is intuitive, very much so. He is a medium as well. So he's had many experiences, even in his line of work, many. So he's like, can be in it, and then he'll be like, I don't believe in anything. That's not real, blah, blah. And it's like, oh my gosh. So to hear him like say it, I know, right? It's just like, la, 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 and then back. I know.
So we were
it is
literally
funny.
leaving this space and he was like, we need to hurry up and go back because he's like, I need to have a shower. I can't do this. I need to wash myself. And so like,
feel gross.
It's like what Bev said earlier about like, when you don't feel good, you want to go and have a shower and you feel that lightness and clean, like you just feel clean. That's like that too. That's clearing yourself.
Clearing your space.
So
yes.
Yeah.
So you can definitely clear your own space. Again, it's there's so many ways to clear. I mean, for me to do to be hired to do a space clearing, I do a lot. I don't just walk in your home and just wave some sage around. I do many things, and it does take me at least a good 2 hours to do all of the things that I need to do. And you also get kind of like a reading on the space and what rooms what and all of the things. However, if you're not doing that, you can do it yourself. You can have some sage and you can open up some doors and windows and go room to room, and it's your intention to clear out any dense, heavy, negative energy, sicknesses, illnesses in the air, because again, everything is a frequency and a vibration. So even sickness and illness is a low vibration. Negative energy is a low vibration. La la la. So again, your intention is to clear all of that out of there. If you're using Palo, you're using smudge. Again, you don't have to have any of those. No. You can also use your intention. You can open up your windows and say, my intention is to clear my space today, that the wind that's going to come breezing through my home is going to remove all the negative energy that isn't serving me and my family. It literally could be like, my intention is the sunlight that's coming into my space today is recharging my home. I mean, you can light a candle and do the exact same thing. Like there are many different ways, and it doesn't have to be that you're a psychic medium, you're intuitive, you have Reiki, you have these tools. You don't. You literally don't. You can literally in your mind just say that with the intention and do nothing. You can literally sit on your couch. You can walk out your door and say, as I walk out today, all the stuff that doesn't serve in my house is coming with me out into the world. We're going to transmute that energy. Honestly.
Yep. I do that a lot.
Be creative.
Yeah.
Right?
I do that a lot.
So talk to your team. Don't talk to a team. Use your own energy. Use the elements. Use your intention. I mean, use your Reiki. There is no right or wrong. You don't have to make it complicated. It's almost like when people are doing full moon rituals and things like that. It's like, you don't have to overcomplicate it. It can be literally you're driving your car and you're like, you know what? I'm going to let this go today. Boom, done. You didn't have to light a candle, sing kumbaya, write it down, burn it, and smudge yourself and, run into the forest,
Right. But you can do those things if you
you can,
want.
of course.
But
You totally can.
But you don't have to. Like Bev said,
No.
it can be as simple as just stating your intention. That's
100%.
it.
You can even write down your intention.
Yep.
Honestly, there is so many different ways. Be creative. Use your creativity. That is your sacral. That is your energy. It's like your vibration. It's your feeling. Put that into your space. Use it. That's what it's there for.
Exactly.
So, but sometimes there are people that just need a little bit of help.
Yes.
And there are people that they're like, I don't trust myself. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't even know what you're talking about. Or they're like, I just had a feeling I needed someone else to come and do it. Cool.
And
I
that's
love that
fine.
you got that quote feeling because now I know there's something else going on other than you just need some sage waved around.
That's
right. Like, okay, obviously we're dealing with something that's a little bit heavier and maybe they just feel like they just aren't equipped to do it themselves. Or they just really want to make sure that whatever they're feeling, they want someone that maybe knows what they're doing to like get rid of that. So some people call me and they're like, hey, I need your big guns. I think you can totally handle this. And I'm like, yeah, I can do that for you.
Yeah,
And some people are like, oh, I'm having a lot of activity at night or I'm feeling, things touching my bed covers, whatever, not to freak people out, but hey, people do have these experiences. They are real.
They are real.
And so maybe that's why I'm getting called to some of these. And you know what? Sometimes, again, it's just they don't want to do it. They're just like, you know what? I just want someone to come and clear that energy. Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, it's a luxury for them maybe of just like, you know what? I moved into a new home and I want to have a really good start. Yeah. And I just felt like, let's just clear the energy that was in here before and just like do that for my family. Cool. That's so beautiful.
And that actually is a good point because I want to mention too, is that that is another good way to start. It doesn't have to be a brand new home. It can be any type of home, right? It can be an apartment, condo, whatever. But like if you have purchased it or just moving in, that's a perfect time to clear your space so that you can have it started fresh without all the other people that maybe lived in it or worked in it or whatever, right? To clear it so that it's clear and ready for you to start fresh in that home.
Absolutely.
Or office space. Sorry, it doesn't even have to be a home. It can be office space. It can
I've done many businesses.
Yeah.
Tons. It's
right.
All kinds of spaces. I've done offices like insurance companies. Like I have done those kinds of businesses. Yeah. Doctors' offices. I love those ones. I'm like, I love that you are so aware of this, of like how much traffic you get.
Every day.
I love those people. I love it. I'm just like, yes, I'm so honored. Yay. Clear the energy, right? Because you get so many people that come in and are complaining and bringing in negative energy and dumping or have sickness or illness or whatever. So, always, especially the secretaries, I'm like, oh, there's just so much energy up at the front desk area because they get it all. They get the brunt of it. So I load them up with crystals typically, but that's usually where I feel the heaviest energy in those spaces or the front entrance, right? Yeah. But yes, businesses, I have cleared other practitioner spaces, wellness centers. I've been hired to come and just clear their room to just, or if they're moving rooms into a new space, they want it like a fresh start. So which is great. I've also done the ones where people have bought a home and moved in, or people who are moving out. I love that they're like, you know what, we're moving out of our home and I just want it to be nice for the next people. Exactly. I'm like, wow, that's so beautiful that you even think of that for them when some people just wouldn't even know that. I've cleared a lot of homes. I go on repeats. I do houses quarterly. I do them twice a year. And sometimes it's amazing how I can walk into a space that's even a rental and it will just feel like all of their stuff is shoved in it. but yet they're trying to unpack and settle in. And it's like, oh, wow, there's like literally no space for you at all, because all the other people's energy. So it just feels like you're an elephant and you shoved yourself into the space. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I've had realtors because again, sometimes they want to sell the house, but I can walk
Yeah.
into it and go, oh, okay, you need to have a chat with your clients because the wife don't want to leave.
That's right.
And her energy is hanging onto the space. She's just like, I really don't want to sell my home. I
Yeah.
just want to stay here. And no one's because when they walk in, they're just like, no,
No.
just doesn't feel like it's for them, right?
No.
Because
Yep.
it's claimed by her.
That's
And so it's
right.
like, you need to have a talk. She's got to let go, you know? Like, but anyway, so yes, there's many reasons to clear. There's many spaces. There's lots. And I just wanted to have the chat today quickly to talk about, bringing this awareness to you, whether you're aware of it or not, and maybe some of the reasons why you would or should, or, what you can do about it as well. And, again, in your travels, new places, new starts, it's depending on the moon. Maybe there's big transitions in your life. Maybe it's your family's going through transitions. Like, it can be literally anything. Again, it doesn't have to be complicated. Keep it really simple, you guys. And just use your own power too, right? Like I just really want to empower people to be able to like, you can do this too.
Yeah, you can.
You just don't need somebody like Shelly and I to, help you. But if you do, okay.
We can definitely
We can
help
do
you.
that. But you don't have to.
No.
Again, thank you for listening to our
Yes.
rant on clearing space
Clearing.
and
It's
being
important.
in space.
It's just as important as clearing yourself. So yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other last thing I would say before we close is just see how you feel in your own space. Reflect. How does it feel for you? What would you change about the feeling in your space?
Yep.
Maybe
need to
take note of how
declutter.
it feels. Maybe walk out of your home and when you're out for the day, when you come back in, ask yourself, how does that feel?
Yeah.
Just take a mental note. Just give yourself that feel, when you're traveling. Should I bring something with me? I'll pay attention to how I feel when I walk in this space. Just
Yeah.
different things, But again, we forget, we're in the moment, we're doing life. Sometimes we just don't even realize it and we're just in it. And we're meant to have that experience, and that's fine. And sometimes you just really feel it, and then it's like maybe you didn't know what to do about it. Well, now maybe you can.
Or you're like me and it's a learning lesson because I was
Oh,
told
exactly.
to take stuff with me to the Dominican and I was like, nah.
Nah. Very Shelley-like. I love it. But that's okay.
But that happens.
A great
right?
experience. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah, you had a good learning experience.
yeah.
So
Good. So,
yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, we just
So we
wanted to
hope that
really talk
helps
about
you.
that.
Yeah, we hope that helps you in these transitional months and year that we all are moving through, planting that seed of awareness to maintain the energy in your space and for yourselves. And thank you for tuning in, everyone. We look forward to connecting with you again really soon.
Yes.
And of course, Shelly and I are sending you all love, light, and gratitude, of course, wherever this may find you at this time. So take care, everybody.
Yes. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.